What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're gonna be looking at a video from brother Anton Daniels. Now, this video is gonna be kind of pertaining to a situation that happened on this channel. But I just want you guys to hear this mindset that Anton has. And I'm gonna agree with this. Most of it, at least. But listen to this.
Nicholas Henry says economy only benefit the top percent. The economy will only benefit the top 5%. Nicholas Henry, I like your bow tie, so I'm going to tell you this. There is literally 1,700 new millionaires every single day. Once a day, when the clock strikes 12, there are 1,700 new millionaires minted every single day. Look it up. It is a fact. Look it up. It is a fact. You have to get out of the victim Olympics and thinking that somebody is going to do something for you. It is up to you. Most millionaires are first generation millionaires. It is not wealth that is passed down to them. You have to get out of the matrix, sir. You have to wake up and realize that it is an opportunity outside for you that you have, and you are blessed to be in this country. I know people like to talk stuff about America, but I'm just telling you, you are blessed to be in this country. That means that if you reduce the self-inflicted wounds, no more car notes that you can't afford, no more over insurance, no more buying things to impress people that don't even care about you, no more credit card debt, no more Klarna, no more Afterpay, no more over shopping, no more simping for these women and spending money on people that don't even care nothing about you. No more of anything that does not benefit you. You put your head down, you go back and you reduce your expenses, you make the sacrifice, you then are intentional with your investments, and then you limit the people around you that's going to have you crashing out. You too can be a millionaire. And then the question that we will be having, or the conversation that we will be having, is not how dusty somebody is, but how can you reduce the amount of money that you have to give over to the federal government in taxes? That is the conversation that I have with my friends. Hey man, what did you do? What's your tax strategy? How are you moving? What kind of business you starting? How did you get your write-offs? What is going? The conversation need to change, but I can't get you into the room. It's almost like I'm giving game for no reason. Because if you can't execute on it, what is the point of me bringing you along into the conversation? I get so frustrated on a regular basis, honest to God. I get so frustrated on a regular basis, and it's because I have so many different things that I can give you. I'll probably forget more than I'll ever exert out here. I have a wealth of knowledge, a lifetime of knowledge in my head from lived experiences and things that I can actually execute on. But it doesn't make a difference if I give you all of the game, because you can't walk through the door anyway. You can't even get up the steps. If you can't get up the steps, why would I give you the key to the door?
You know, I agree with Anton, because even when you talk to people that are not out here doing the things that they want to do, or they are doing the things that they want to do, even when you talk to those people, it's a certain mindset they have. Like, when I was working at BMW, there was a guy that worked for Magna. And he had a Gucci belt on. He had a lot of high dollar shit that just looked out of place. Like you working in a damn factory and you making probably $15 to $17 an hour, but yet you got a Gucci belt. Not trying to judge, but there's a lot of people that spend money frivolously and they don't put their money into shit that they actually want to do with themselves. They go based off the mindset of, oh, I'm down bad, I'm this and that. But meanwhile, they walk around this motherfucker with a damn brand new iPhone 16. I still have my Galaxy S22 Ultra. I still have my like when I do my car my car videos, I'm recording on my phone. And my phone's an older phone. My phone's 2, almost 3 years old. And it still works and still looks good. Yeah, I got to delete some shit off my phone, but damn it, my phone still works. A lot of people are caught up in the game of spending money and spending money and spending money, but not actually investing in themselves. And admittedly, I've done that shit too. Spend money just for the hell of it. Let's continue.
Think about that for a minute. If you can't get up the steps, why would I give you the keys to the door? Is no point. Is no point. First, you got to change your mindset. Then you have to let your mindset translate into your circumstances. Once you start to get rid of the noise and you start to not have self-inflicted wounds, and you start to surround yourself with people that can add value into your life, and you start becoming more informed, you'll start making better decisions, then you'll start reducing your lifestyle, which then translates into you being able to have more money to invest. And then what happens after that is you get rich. When you get rich, the conversations change. When you save your first 5,000, 10,000, when you save your money, when you actually stack a 10 ball, because we spend a 10 ball and we don't even realize that we spend it. We spend it on food. We spend it on trash. We spend it on hoes. We spend it in the strip club. We spend it on bottles. We spend it on nothing. We spend it on Jordans. You got a 10 ball in your closet right now. We'll spend it when you save that 10 ball, and then if somebody say, hey man, let me get that 10 ball in order to be able to, you be like, oh no. You start clutching your pearls. You know why? Because that's my 10. And that 10 means something to me. So now that 10 is 10,000 employees that I need to go out there and work because I'm never touching the principal. The only thing that I want is the interest back. The 10 got to go and make me another 10 in order for me to spend that 10 because that's my 10 and I want that 10 working for me 100% of the time. It means more to you when you got to work for it. And that's why we don't value anything. We don't value money. We don't value relationships because we didn't have to do nothing to get it. And that's why credit is so dangerous. Credit is also a mindset. Credit is it's not just points. It's not the points. It's the fact that they understand psychologically. I know because I've read the studies and they distribute it to us in my corporate job because that's what I do for a living. The studies show that you're more likely to spend more money when you do it with a credit card because it's not real. It's the same psychological process that they leveraging inside of casinos. The reason that they got you exchanging money for chips is because we don't value the chips as much as the money that we had to trade in our time in order to acquire. That's why it's important not only to have the information, but also change your mindset. The mindset then translate because the knowledge with the wisdom then gives you all of the results. That's why you can't just have faith without the works. The works without faith is dead. And so the mindset, right, you can have all of the faith in the world, but then the works actually makes it translate into something that's tangible because the works is actually showing that your mindset has changed, your faith. Because how can you say you got the faith of a mustard seed, but you're not executing on the vision that we've given you? You got to change your mindset. Anytime I see a negative Nancy or anytime I see somebody say, oh man, it's only going to benefit the rich people. Well, I'll be thinking to myself, if that be true, which it's not, but if that be true, how can I be one of the ones that it benefit? That guy over there, he's not as smart as me. He don't work harder than me. Man, look. When I see these content creators, right? And the reason that I've gotten to the point that I've gotten into is because I was saying to myself, I would look at these content creators, he's not better than me. He's not better than me. And it's no hate on him, but it's a litmus test. I'm gauging myself against the person that I'm chasing so that I know how far I got to run or how hard I got to run or how much more I got to train. I can't catch him if he working harder than me. And I talk to people on the phone all the time, and this is one of the coaching calls that I was having the other day. I said, bro, I'm 42, you 32. He said, yeah. I said, but I'm working harder than you, and my personal expenses is less than yours. So what makes you think that you're going to catch me? I make better decisions than you. I'm more intentional. I work harder than you, and I'm more consistent. And my personal expenses is less than yours. What you think that the tooth fairy gonna come and give it to you? What you waiting on a handout? What you, a Democrat? You waiting on them to give you something? You waiting on them to hook you up? I was never interested in a STEMI check. I don't need your STEMI check. I'm not interested. I'm interested in being the one to distribute the bonuses, not the one that get it. I don't need your bonus. I'm the person that's trying to get it. Because if I'm giving you a bonus, that means that I've made exponentially more, and that's why I'm sharing the wealth. You have to change your mindset. The minute that we get these people out of this liberal mindset, you have the greatest opportunity on the face of this earth. You're freer than you've ever been. You have the options to do what you want to do. You can go what you want, go where you want to go. You can get the education that you want. All you got to do is put the time in. I can't stand when people sit there and tell me that they don't have the opportunity or it's only going to benefit this person. Man, people come into this country every single day without a pot to piss in. You telling me they're going to get richer than you? How? You going to let somebody get richer? You waiting on the government to give you a handout? Since when? For what? How? When, who, what, when, where, why, how?
I agree. I can't argue that fact. I can't argue against this. Because think about it. If you're waiting on somebody else to just give you something, you're wasting your time. The most valuable thing we have in this world is our time. Money comes and goes, but the time of life you still have left, once you lose that, you gone. That's why I can't get on the whole, like, I understand why people want reparations and stuff like that. I understand why. But I'm thinking about it like this. If we got reparations, they gonna give us our reparations when the money ain't worth shit no more. So in turn, we still gonna be down at the bottom. They're systematically trying to weed us out by bringing all these different migrants in. So that dilutes us. That dilutes us from being second class to fourth class. We're being systematically downgraded. And we don't even realize it because we're too busy fighting each other. Too busy fighting each other and too busy fighting to try to get something that they ain't gonna give us. We're withering away with time. I believe this. If we collectively got on the same page and actually started doing stuff with ourselves, instead of sitting at home complaining and waiting for a damn stimmy or a damn or a check from the government, we can go out and do our own thing and actually build ourselves up, and we'll make more than what the government could ever give us. That's my thought process on it.
But I can tell. I can tell in your mindset and I can tell in your actions. I can tell whether or not you him or not. And then let me give you another hint. Your girl know whether you him or not. That's why we hold women accountable for the men that they wind up having children with. That's why we remove the excuses and say, oh, you knew who he was when you got with him. Your girl know whether you him or not. People know. They can sense it. They can tell. People have this innate ability similar to, what's the name of the Avatar? We are all interconnected in a way that you don't know. And because we're not spiritual enough to really grasp that aspect of who we are, we don't give ourselves enough credit to be able to sense whether or not somebody is fake or real, or whether or not somebody is that or not. You can wear all of the Temu jewelry you want. You can drive your mama's car. You can go and get in your homeboy's Benz. You can get on the passenger side of your best friend's ride, trying to holler at. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. All I got to do is stand next to you for 15 minutes and listen to you talk and look at your movement and see whether or not you're confident in a room full of sharks that actually know what they're talking about. We can sense it and we can snipe it out immediately. I could tell, just same way that you can tell, if you know women and you know business, you can tell by having a conversation. That's why I tell people to get outside. You can tell within 5 minutes of talking to a woman whether or not she's for the streets. All you got to do is let her talk. Communication is 90% body language. It's an art form. It's the same way when it comes to business. I know what look, you don't have to give me a script. I don't need a script. That's why I'm able to improv and have this conversation and react to the videos without even watching them. I know business. I know everything there is to know about real estate. I know the 5-6 different ways that most people make money in real estate. I don't need to know script. We can talk about it. I can tell you how it is that some people that's out here pitching these scams and these schemes to y'all, they don't know what they're talking about. I know that they ain't never been in no real estate deal in their entire life. I can tell immediately, and most of us do. The ones that know. If you did it before, I understand how you operate in corporate America. I can tell whether or not you've been in the C-suite or not. I know whether or not you know banking. I can tell whether or not you've been around the ones that really know. I can tell whether or not you just talking points from somebody else. You know why? Because you him. And your girl can sense if you him or not. And that's why most guys get apprehensive when they girls get around a certain type of dude, because they know that secretly in that woman's mind that she's comparing him to him, even if she never say nothing, because you know where your inadequacies are. And so instead of you shoring it up, you sit there and you blame him for being him, for taking your girl, instead of taking your girl back by being him. I know that that's a little bit much for you to take in, but listen to what I'm saying. It's the same thing when it comes to business. It's the same thing when it comes to money. It's the same thing when it comes to every single thing in life. I'm not sitting here blaming somebody else for my inadequacies. I have to become a part of the top 5%, 1%, 0.01%. I manifest it because I know I'm him. All I need is the opportunity in order to show you. So when the opportunity presents itself, watch me deliver. Watch me deliver. All I'm doing is getting my reps in. So when it's time to perform, I'm on it. You got to change your mindset, Nick. You got to change your mindset. I'm trying to tell you, the minute that you change your mindset, you change your circumstances and you realize that it's something much bigger than what they've been preaching to you and that you can't have something. It's all up to you. And
like I said, there wasn't much I can actually say to actually disprove. I can't disprove Anton when he's saying this because it's the truth. And even like I said, even in my everyday life, I can tell different things. I can tell like where my inadequacies are. I can tell what all my problems are. I can't deny anything he's saying. And hell, some of you probably noticed that I've been kind of falling back on my videos a little bit, or because I've been taking a little minute to actually post. But with my uncle and all that stuff, that shit hurt. But now I got to get back on my damn grind, and it's all about grinding and shit, because most time people ain't willing to do people not willing to do what you willing to do in order to make it in life. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast, and Spotlight.com. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.